Yeah, so this is day 3, which I'm very surprised. These grass seeds are supposed to germinate 5 to 7 days. But anyways, it's day 3, and it's almost happened. This experiment is also almost turned out the way I thought it would. So the seeds germinate regardless of what they're in, what material they're in. It seems that they have the power, the unfolding mechanism to germinate regardless. If they can keep on living in these types of rough environments is a different story. So let's go through what happened on day 3. I paid attention day 1, day 2, not much happened. So it's worthwhile now taping day 3. I'm going to start here. So this is a river mud, and it's not doing fantastic. It has a couple of grass seeds coming out, but nothing like the other ones. This here is a toxic shale, and the seeds are germinating everywhere. They're not as high as somewhere else, but they're still germinating. This here is river compost, so it's from the edge of the river. As you can see, it's doing quite well. These pine needles with a little bit of topsoil in it are doing incredibly well. They're everywhere. The germination is taking place everywhere. And there's more seeds even below here everywhere. This is germinating incredibly well. The pine needles have the ability to allow the seeds to germinate. One of the worst ones is this moss. It has a couple of seeds coming through, but nothing to speak of. Oh yeah, we have lots underneath here. So it is germinating. It hasn't reached the surface yet. There's seeds everywhere germinating. So I guess it's just the fact that the time needs more time to come through the matting. Okay, this is guinea pig, very fresh guinea pig manure, and again, the freshness of the manure doesn't seem to be causing too much grief. It is still growing really well. This clay soil is sandy enough. It's got a good sand content in it. And everything is germinating again, no problems. The germination hasn't been crazy. Now this here is our homemade compost, okay? So this is supposed to grow better than anything else, but it isn't. It isn't growing more profusely than any of these piles. This fine river sand has stuff germinating everywhere, but it's not as powerful as the other ones, some other ones. Yeah, so this chewed up bark material is doing incredibly well. It's germinating. Everything is doing well inside here. It is quite high, and if you can see here, there's still pieces of bark everywhere. So this wood has the ability to allow these grass seeds to germinate right away. This material here, the river compost, still loaded with twigs, is also still doing really well. It has lots of germination happening, and there's lots of organic material in this river compost. Okay, so our own clay in the back, it is very rocky, has very little sand content. It is quite sticky, and as you can see, everything germinated as well. They're not tall yet, but it's still germinated really well. So this here is our typical garden soil. So this sample was taken out of the middle of our garden. It's quite loaded with little pebbles and sand and some organic matter. As you can see, everything did germinate. It's starting to grow really well. So it's really interesting how this 90% of our soil is this. So that's a good indication that everything will germinate in our garden. I'm happy to see this, that it has this success. This here is a branchy material that's attached to trees. So this is the bottom of trees where the trees were growing. And it's very interesting. This is the one that is sort of sending out the grass seeds through the gaps, because this is so airy that the grass seeds are looking for sunlight and they'll send their shoots through. And these are almost the tallest element in the in this test. This river mud, so it's a clay, muddy, organic material from the river, is very sporadic. It doesn't have a lot of coverage. It has seeds sort of here and there. They're getting taller. So I'm incredibly happy. Day 3, my predictions were almost 90% right. And the prediction was that these seeds have an unstoppable built-in energy to sprout and to keep on going. If a material like this contaminates the growth or kills the growth, that is a different story. What I'm referring to is the initial energy in these seeds is available for everything to germinate. So our effort to restore this planet with growth, the seeds play a very vital part because they can germinate and slowly turn this material into a better soil. Remember, when you have something growing inside any medium, that growth will improve the soil as it goes along. So this gravel will eventually get more topsoil-like. This woody material will get more topsoil-like. These seeds actually even add volume to the material. So this is going to be more material to compost or to use by adding this element of seeds. Okay, so this is day 5. And I want to describe some of the changes. So this moss all of a sudden has all this growth. It had nothing. And I think most of the growth is hidden underneath. So that's why it took a little bit of time for it to poke through the moss, because it's a bit more thick. This is fresh guinea pig manure. And this manure, supposedly any type of manure doesn't germinate seeds, but this has no problem germinating inside the guinea pig manure. This here is really fresh cow manure, and again, no problems. The seeds do germinate. This is probably the best material, one of the best materials, and this is pine needles. So surprisingly, these pine needles with a little bit of dirt is a very good growing medium, and they're quite tall, these plants. This river sand has shale in it, so the seeds are struggling a little bit, but they're still growing incredibly well. This clay, which has a lot of sand in it, again, is growing very well. So everything is growing quite well. This is very toxic, this blue shale, very, very toxic, but it still can't stop the seeds from germinating inside it. So that's the power of the seeds. And this here I don't quite understand. It's like a river mud, and things aren't growing really well in it. So I don't know what's in this river mud that is hindering this material from really germinating. So this experiment has been very interesting. The power of the seeds is unstoppable. And what I mean by that is it almost doesn't matter what you put these grass seeds in, they germinate. They have the power to germinate. The only question really is this toxic shale going to eventually kill these seeds? That's an interesting question, but overall speaking, the seeds have germinated everywhere. It's an unstoppable force. Sure, you've got a little bit of different growth patterns and growth strength, but overall speaking, is the seeds, they germinate a little bit at different times, but the power is there. This incredible power that is in all these soils is very strong. Now, I want to talk about the fact that having these seeds inside these materials improves the quality of this clay, for example. So if I let this continue to grow really high, this clay will be a lot better as a growing medium for the next set of seeds. So there's always, by growing something in every different type of soil, there's this beautiful forward movement of the soil itself. So remember that. Even if you have crappy soil, get some seeds in it so that it can improve the quality of the soil. So that's the end result of this experiment. Almost everything has been successful in terms of growing. It's just you have a different growth rate, nothing else.